Once in a kingdom there lived a prince who was so rude and harsh to everyone that people called him the Wicked Prince. Once, as he went to the river to have his bath, he told his attendants,
"Come, take me to the midstream. I feel comfortable there."
The attendants took him to the middle of the stream, sank him in the deep waters, and went away. But, washed away by the waters, the wicked prince had caught hold of a piece of wood. The wood was already held on to by a snake, a mouse, and a parrot. Beside the river was the cottage of a sage. When the four of them were struggling to reach the bank, the sage was doing his penance. Hearing their cries, he broke his meditation, pulled the wooden log to the bank, and took them into his cottage. There he told all of them,
"My dear children, do not fear anything. God has sent me to save you all."
Then he made a fire to keep them warm, and offered them fresh fruits. When the four of them had recovered, they decided to take leave of the sage. The serpent and the mouse bowed to the sage, and said respectively,
"O venerable sir, you have done us a great deed by saving our lives. We have in our possession several millions worth of gold buried in a secret place. Please accept it as our gift."
Then the parrot bowed to the sage, and said,
"O great sir, I don't have any gold to offer you. But whenever you come to my place and call for me, I will tell my friends to bring red rice for you."
The wicked prince also told the sage,
"O venerable sir, I will welcome you when I become the king."
Then the four of them left for their respective homes. After a few months, the sage wanted to meet them all. He went to the wicked prince first, who had by now become the king. He saw the sage coming from a distance, and thought,
"Oh, this detestable man wants to take favors from me. If I deny him anything, he may tell everyone that he saved my life."
He called his soldiers, and said,
"My men, don't let that person in. He is a liar and a fraud. Tie his hands and parade him all around the town. Then take him to the gallows."
When the sage was taken to the gallows, a wise man from the crowd asked,
"O holy sir, what made the king punish you? Did you do any harm to him?"
The sage said,
"No, sir. I maybe only blunder to save his life. When he was about to drown a few months back."
This made the wise man pause for a moment, deep in thought. Then he said,
If this king is so ungrateful to a person who had saved him, how can he be a good king to his people?
People standing there were listening to what the wise man was saying. They went and told more people. And soon the news of the king's cruelty spread to the entire kingdom. People gathered in the palace and beat up the king with stones and clubs and drove him out of the kingdom. The sage was then made the king. The new king took good care of the kingdom, as well as his people. Then, one day, he remembered the serpent, the mouse, and the parrot, and went to meet them. As promised, the serpent and the mouse welcomed him and gave away their gold coins respectively. Then the king went to the parrot's home and called out for him. The parrot came out and asked,
"Oh, holy sir, can I bring you the red rice?"
The king said,
No, my dear. I will have it whenever I need it.
Happy with their hospitality, the king returned to his palace. In their honor, he built an underground hole layered with gold for the snake, a crystal burrow for the mouse, and a golden cage for the parrot. Moral: ungrateful people will get their due punishment, and the grateful ones their due reward.